Hey, everyone knows the feeling when they procrastinated for a huge test for too long and now you've got 3 days to learn 3 months worth of content. The difficult question comes up of how to most efficiently spend your time revising so you have no time to waste. Most of us, including me, default to reading notes and re-watching recorded lectures, but that's the most efficient way to make sure you fail your test. Hey, Jay here. I'm a second year mechanical engineering student. I just finished my finals and reflecting about how they went, I realised something bad. Reading notes passively is the worst possible way to cover your material. I've probably taken about 100 major tests in my life by this stage, and only now I've realised that reading notes is a trap. For most tests, you will not be reciting lines from your notes. Maybe for some language courses you will be, but definitely not for any STEM subjects, that's science, maths, engineering or mathematics. What you will be doing is answering questions, so you should be spending your limited and precious time before the test practicing questions. This might sound obvious, but in life we often ignore the most important lessons exactly because they are obvious. Don't disrespect simple and obvious advice. Think back to the last time you stayed up all night before a huge exam, reciting, reading notes and nearly falling asleep from how boring they are. That is obviously not efficient. You aren't actually getting smarter. You aren't learning this way. You are taking the easy way out. The hard and rightful way is to find past papers from the upcoming exam, find the hardest question in it and wrestle with it until you solve it. Now, of course, I am assuming you're at least somewhat familiar with your content, but spending 1 hour solving one difficult question will teach you more than an hour of looking at boring black and white notes or listening to your teacher who talks with a dead and boring tone about a subject they grew to hate to students they don't really like. Now, reading notes has a purpose and it should be part of your revision plan. But for many tests, your time will be better spent solving hard questions. Think to the last long YouTube video you watched. Do you remember what it was about? Do you remember the details? When consuming content passively, it'll never stay in your head, and likewise, reading notes passively will teach you very little. There is one way to read notes that is actually beneficial. I found this method when I was studying for my history exam back in high school. This method is slow and simple, but that's how you know it's effective. Studying is about discipline. Slow, simple, steady discipline. So here's the method. Find the important notes you need to remember. Don't bother learning vague, useless information. The only thing that'll get you marks on the exam is what you need to know. The key dates, the key equations, and that sort of stuff. Read the line you want to remember a few times. For example, you want to remember the date when World War II started. Read the line. 1st of September 1939. World War II started on the 1st of September 1939. On and on. Then, cover the text and look away. Try to recite the line from memory. So, World War II started on the 1st of September 1939. Often, you'll have to look back to get it right, but once you get it right, move on to the final step. Write the fact from memory onto a piece of paper. If you can't get it right, go back and try to remember it and try again. An additional step you can do is after moving on from a fact, about 5 minutes later, think back and try to recite it. This is the most efficient method I know for revising notes. It'll take you about a minute to learn a fact properly, which might seem slow, but I can promise you that in my experience, this method will help lodge the information right into your brain. My goal with this channel is to create a community of people who strive to help each other in any way they can. I'm sick of the low-level, passive aggressiveness a lot of people have. If you guys have any revision methods that worked for you, please share them in the comment section below. I'm in uni and I'm currently sitting on a 2-1 grade, which is around a 3.5 GPA. But in my final year, I aim to get a first or a 4.0 GPA. Share your goals below. Accountability is important when it comes to goals. Also, please like the video and subscribe for more content. I'm a new YouTuber. so any help is very valuable. Thank you.